we have seen one part of electrochemistry where chemical reactions are used for conversion of electric current. That is, from the chemical reaction, the electrons are generated, which go into the generation of electric current. Now let us also see about the other part of electrochemistry, which I was saying is electrolysis. What do you mean by electrolysis? Electrolysis is the usage of electric current for carrying out chemical reactions. So this you would have seen for purification of metals as well as extraction of metals in your earlier classes. Now we will see the two important laws regarding electrolysis. They are devised by Faraday. Okay. So he has given out two important laws. One is the Faraday's first law and other is the Faraday's second law. What is the first law? As per Faraday's first law, we know that a typical electrolytic cell has two electrodes. One is, you know very well, one is a positive electrode, other is a negative electrode. Positive electrode is called the anode and this is cathode. They are actually connected through a wire and electric current is passed. And we are also taking an electrolytic solution. So when passing of current, electrolytic solution. If current is passed, from actually the electrolyte is actually split into ions. One ion, the positive ion, that is the cation, moves towards cathode and the anion moves towards anode. These things you know. So we should know, once this electrolyte is getting, the quantity is coming down, some quantity of the electrode itself is getting converted to electrolytic solution. So only the reaction is carried out continuously without changing the electrolytic solution often. So we also know that some of the electrode is actually getting dissociated. Some of the metal in the electrode is getting dissociated and some is getting deposited in other place. Okay. So you know that cathode, anode, there is some place where there is a deposition and where some place there is a liberation. Okay. So we should know how much of the quantity of this thing which is deposited, quantity of the metal which is deposited, or the quantity of the substance which is getting diluted. So this is covered by Faraday's first law, where it says, as per the first law, the quantity of substance or the amount of substance deposited or liberated in any electrode, amount of substance deposited or liberated in any electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electric current passed through the electrolytic solution. So amount of substance deposited or liberated is directly proportional to the quantity of electric current. Of course, what do you mean by quantity of electric current? Means you are sending electric current is actually measured in amperes. And the quantity of current means if I am sending the this much amperes for how much time. So you know that typically in our units, calculation of the unit, how much current is used and how many hours of usage. Okay. So quantity of current is nothing but T into T. I is in amperes, T is in seconds. So I, that is amperes, I is in amperes and T is in seconds. So if we are sending certain quantity of current, that is this many amperes, for this many seconds or this many hours, that is the quantity of current. Q is nothing but IT. So as usually you know, the way amount of the substance is generally put in as W. either deposited or liberated is W. W is directly proportional to IT. Whenever we are removing that proportionality sign, we are definitely going to introduce a constant. We are going to introduce a constant, and this constant is going to be Z. Z I. The constant is Z. So what is Z? Z is called the electrochemical equivalence. ECE or electrochemical equivalence. Electrochemical equivalence. Okay, so so W is equal to the weight of the substance, or the amount of the substance deposited is equal to Z into I into T, where Z is a electrochemical equivalence. Now we have to define what is Z. So Z, if only the amperes or the quantity of current is in amperes and seconds, 1 ampere of current is sent for 1 second. 1 ampere of current is sent for 1 second. What is the weight which is deposited? The weight which is deposited is equal to some unit quantity, because unit quantity of the ampere, that is 1 ampere, and unit quantity of the time, that is second, or this much quantity of current is sent. So this is the weight. So if this is this thing, this becomes this, the W becomes Z. Now because this is 1, this is 1, so Z is equal to, now because when you multiply into 1, so W is equal to Z. So how do you define electrochemical equivalence? Electrochemical equivalence is the weight of the substance or amount of the substance which is deposited when 1 ampere of current is sent for 1 second. Okay, are you able to understand? This is the first law of Faraday. So when we also have to define, because anything in chemistry is in terms of moles, and the ions are always having a charge. So they either have a positive charge or a negative charge. So we have to have a standard quantity. Say for example, in case if it is more the ion, the charge, and mostly it is the electron, the movement of the electrons are concerned in this thing. So when we actually take the electron, charge on the electron, this is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Okay. So when this and then 1 mole of any substance, chemically means whenever we say chemical this thing, we measure it in 1 mole, and the 1 mole is nothing but the Avogadro number of electrons. So Avogadro number of electrons is 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. So 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 ions or electrons with having a charge of this thing is sent. So this is actually the chemical standard in which 1 mole of the substance, if this is the weight, this comes to 1 Faraday. So 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 is the number of ions or electrons, and each charge on this thing is there. So once you multiply these two, you get a value of 96,500 approximately. Okay, 96,500. So it is measured in coulombs. So this 96,500 is a standard. This 96,500 coulombs of this current is passed, you will get 1 mole of electrons. So 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500, or if 1 Faraday of electric current is sent, then 1 mole of the substance is deposited. 1 Faraday of electric current, that is 96,500 coulombs. Q is 96,500 coulombs. That is 1 Faraday of current. So what will be the amount of substance or the weight of substance which will be deposited? It will be 1 mole of the substance. 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500. This is the one thing which you have to remember, and in all the calculations we will be using this Faraday. There And this is about Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Faraday's second law of electrolysis. So what it says, Faraday's second law of electrolysis. As per the Faraday's second law, now let us see about Faraday's second law of electrolysis. As per the second law, if the same quantity of current is sent through different electrolytes, say for example, I am having three solutions of three electrolysis in three places is taking place. I am sending same quantity of current. Say I am saying 1 Faraday here, 1 Faraday of current here, 1 Faraday. As usual, you know, all the things are known to you. Without connecting, there won't be any passage of current. So 1 Faraday I am sending equally through all the electrolytic cells. So what will be the quantity of, or what will be the amount of metal, or what will be the amount of substance deposited in different electrodes? This is being dealt with in the second law. So I am sending same quantity of current, 1 Faraday. I am sending 1 Faraday of current equally to all the three electrolytic cell. I am now trying to measure what is the quantity of substance or the amount of substance deposited in different electrodes. That. In all the three cases, it is found that it came, if it is 3, that is, I am, for our convenience, let us restrict to the first 2, that is W1 by W2, that is W1 by W2, that is weight of the substance deposited in the first electrolytic cell and weight of the substance deposited in the second electrolytic cell. W1 by W2 is equal to EA, since we had as 1 here, E1 by E2. What do you mean by E1 and what is mean by E2? The E1 and E2 stands for the equivalent weight of the substances. Equivalent weight of 1, equivalent weight of 1 and divided by equivalent weight of 2. Okay. So, for example, what do you mean by equivalent weight? Here in the first electrolytic cell, it is Na which is getting deposited. In the second, maybe it is the barium which is getting deposited. So, or aluminium which is getting deposited. So, the amount of aluminium which is deposited, that is W2, and amount of sodium which is deposited, that is W1, is equivalent to the equivalent weight of the substance. What do you mean by the equivalent weight? Equivalent weight of sodium or the equivalent weight of aluminium. So equivalent weight of sodium, you know very well, Na is Na plus ion. So whatever is Na, whatever is the atomic weight is equivalent to the equivalent weight, isn't it? Whereas Al is Al3 plus. So whatever is the atomic weight divided by 3 gives the equivalent weight. Okay, so this you would have studied in your earlier classes. So as per the Faraday's second law of electrolysis, if the same quantity of current is passed through different electrolytic solutions, the weight of the substance deposited in different electrolytic cells, that is W1 by W2, is equal to equivalent weight of the first one divided E1 by E2. This is the second law of electrolysis. This has a lot of application in commercial places, purposes. So this law is more used in industries. I hope you are able to understand this concept very clearly. So there is a relation between equivalent weight and then deposit, that is equivalent weight, and the amount of the substance which is deposited. This is about the second law of Faraday.